Hello and welcome to the Dark Mount video review for the Ressha Sentai Tokkyuger Ressha Gattai Tokkyu-Oh. ToQ-Oh is the first mecha release in the new ToQger show. There's another 3 mecha DX pack that's going to be coming out soon called Diesel, and then a bunch of separate add-on guys like there's like a police one, and I think a fire one, and there's a Kyoryujin type looking one. As you can see, the mechs are capable of disconnecting in the middle. They actually come plugged in, but you can disconnect them, and each one has a little plastic bit that you can pull out, and that allows you to attach them with a hitch so they can be all bendy and train-like, which is a pretty nice touch. I will now combine them all to show off the length of this thing when they're all combined up in train mode. Unfortunately, I won't be able to fit that into my review space, so that's going to have to go on the floor, because that's the only surface that I have in my house that is big enough for this thing. And here is Tokkyu-Oh, all lined up. And as you can see, it takes up about the length of both of my 2 big shelves. So he is a pretty lengthy figure when they're just in their normal mech mode. Taking a look at the mecha separately, you have the red Ressha first, and you have the main engine portion. This is supposed to be a steam engine. And then you have the body of the train itself. And the weapon slots in right on the top there, and this is the weapon that will be used as either the gun or the sword of the main combined form. This front part here can be used in the little railroad changer jigger thing. I don't have that. I don't get roleplay items, but these do work in those, so that's cool. And obviously all of these are also interchangeable, so this is also like compatible with the other guys if you want to do some funky color combinations or something. To combine it, you want to flip this black part in and plug it in there. And this is the way they all come in the box, plugged in. Taking a closer look, you have some nice molded in detail along the sides. Fortunately, some of the stuff down here gets lost in the black. And hey, look, made in Thailand, cool. Take me out of the moment, why don't you? So, as always, Bandai of Japan, you did a nice job with this. Next up, we have the blue Ressha, which is a bullet train mecha. Same thing here. Pop that down there and plug it together. Next up we have yellow Ressha, who is a subway train. They are a little bit different in that their back peg actually flips up instead of back. Now we have Green Ressha, who is another bullet train. I did not mention on the other guys that you also want to fold in the back peg as well. You will notice that his little satellite, whatever this is supposed to be, is a little crooked on mine. It's kind of like, brrr. Whatever, gives it character. And finally we have the pink Ressha, who is another subway car. Alrighty, let's get into transformation. So the way that these guys combine up in the show was pretty perfectly translated across to the toy, which is awesome. And it's actually pretty cool. It kind of reminds me of Turbo a little bit, and it's probably one of my favorite so far. So what happens is that these guys pull up alongside here, and then click into place like that. And these little guys pop out their little connectors and pull out alongside. And then you have this kind of giant train mega thing. And these things split apart like that. This bends and folds up like that. And these turn to form hands. And in the show, as he's driving, the guy kind of reaches by and grabs one of these crossing things. Then the entire thing raises up on its feet. And then this whole part folds back down into the back like this. This section comes out and connects down there. And these little subway doors part to reveal the head. After that, these two things right here lower down and spin. And there you have ToQ-Oh in his combined form. And as you can see, he is very large. So, when I first saw pictures of this thing, my reaction was much like everyone else's. I was kind of like, what? What's happening here? But, he's cool, man. I got him in hand, and he's funky. And, I'll be honest, I'm gonna come clean here. I did just decide that I'm not gonna collect any more Power Rangers figures, or Super Sentai in this case. Just because there's a lot of stuff in the pipeline for Transformers, and I'd really rather just, focus on that. But this guy kind of gave me pause. I might get Diesel as well, just because he is the companion piece for this, and he's much cheaper, and also pretty cool looking. And if he's anything like this guy, I'm probably gonna like him. So he might be my last purchase. So I might do a Diesel review at some point. I might not. I can't promise that I'm going to be getting him. Haven't decided yet. But after Diesel, I probably won't be getting anything else. So this is an interesting figure to end on. The one complaint I would make is that since These arms disconnect for the auxiliary mech that we'll be getting later on. It would have been cool if they could have figured out some way to work that into maybe giving us some tilt action or something. I'm not asking for like a huge amount of articulation, but maybe just something to that point. Maybe if there was different mounting points for these or something, that would be cool. Other than that, he's a cool looking figure. I like the fact that he doesn't have any stupid sound or light gimmicks. Kyoryugen's wasn't bad. I mean, the dancey thing's kind of interesting, and the Judenshi, when they work, are pretty cool. But I really like just a solid figure, and that's what this thing is. It knows what it is. It's not trying to glitz it up with a bunch of sounds and lights, and it pulls it off really well. The combining is fun. It's a solid thing. There's not any stupid hollow plastic or dumb gimmicks getting in your way. And, I mean, there's not really that much to say about it. If you're a Sentai fan, you'll probably like this. This seems like one of the more solid releases that we've gotten in the recent past. But, I'm not going to say it's amazing. It's not the best mecha I've ever seen. Definitely is a little goofy looking. But, he's cool. I think he's cool. For a size comparison, here he is next to the Legacy Mega Dragon Zord. And here he is next to a Shinkeno.